Persona 5. I guess we can't do anything, right? We have to go to sleep. Yeah, alright, let's do it. It's producers feeding her line. She literally talked to the camera the other day saying I'm taking Cody, and is planning her speech around Cody.
Unfortunately, I don't, in my heart of hearts, I do not think that she's willing to cut Cody for Enzo, even though it would be a game-winning move, and I think the jury would be 9-0. I really do.
I don't know if it'll be 9-0, but I do think.
Yes, over Enzo. Yes, if she cut Cody and backstabbed him right there at the final 3 and owned it in the jury and says, I had Cody eating out of the palm of my hand, and I stabbed him in the back. Yeah. You and Cody would vote for her over Enzo. I mean, it doesn't matter. But, maybe 8-1. I think Cody's a bad sport. Yeah, he's a bad sport. Yeah, he's definitely a bad sport. But, so maybe 8-1. But, the great part is, for us, if you're someone who's rooting for that type of move, is she doesn't even have to own it to the jury. Just the fact that she does it will be enough for them to vote for her. So she doesn't even have to, she doesn't need Britt Lawley to possess her and be like, I did that, you bitches. She doesn't need that. All she has to do is do it. If she does it, then she's going to win the money. But I do feel like that, stranger things have happened to Big Brother. I remember Big Brother Canada too. John Party, was going to take Ned out all the way to the end until, the day or two before. And then he started to think about it and realized that, sitting next to Sabrina was not such a bad thing. I'm hoping that she can realize that sitting next to the guy who won 7 competitions this year is the all-around amiable, genuine guy is not the way to go. You need to take the wet blanket Enzo to the end to get the money. Speaking only for myself, that Nicole cutting Cody and taking Enzo to the end is the best case
I'm done.
Wasn't the beauty thief like this too? Especially the fluffy hair.
It's gotta be her.
It would also explain how she got past the doors biometric reader. This may be worth looking into. But why was she at the palace?
We could just make her spill the beans herself.
She may have already gone home for the day, so let's try tomorrow. I'm gonna lock up. I'll see you all tomorrow.
Yes, I'm really hoping that the producers, because they do these diary rooms, they have to ask questions. I'm hoping that they're asking her questions in a way that really gets her thinking about, hey, if I win part 3, I could do this. Fred, they don't ask her questions. She asks them questions.
Would you happen to be interested in inviting me?
Yes.
My thing about Nicole, and the reason that, we always say that the best players are the type of players who know themselves and know the type of game that they can play to get to the end. And I think that Nicole knows herself to the nth degree. She could not play a David Donato game and get to the end. She could not play a Rachel Riley, Janelle Pierce.
Yeah, 1 year.
She has to play this whiny, annoying,
Oh, I haven't introduced myself
whatever
yet.
it is, angel
Haru
of death
Okumura,
to
correct?
her,
The only daughter of Kamikaze Okumura, CEO of Okumura Foods. Care to explain why you were inside your father's palace?
I think that's a sign that she's a good player.
Oh, so that's where we met. Wow, you figured it out in just a day. You look really good in that Biker Gang outfit.
Yes, be
Not
this
talk
successful.
about
Because it was one thing for her to win BB18, and then we see her do it again in BB22 and get to the end.
Why did you
But it was
become a
just
French
this resistance that we're getting, so we're not used to it yet. So we're like, no, that's
My
not
father's
how
highly
it works.
regarded as a manager,
Win,
but I had
if
various
it does win, and we begin to see
doubts
people
about
start
him.
adopting the
Things have
strategy,
grown
then we're going to
quite
be like, oh yeah, they're playing the couple game. Go
Ow.
on.
Well, I'm a fucking idiot.
With Andy on 15, right? We all hated Andy watching 15, and then postseason we were like, oh my gosh, this rat floater thing is amazing. I
It
think
was
that
pure coincidence. I found a
the
lawyer
players
looking
carve
for
out the
me
thing
about
that they
office
know
building.
themselves personally
that was Morgana?
can do, that's when
And when I followed him, I ended up in the metaverse. There's no way for me to change my father's company. But if I became a Phantom
playing a
Thief,
successful
I thought
career,
I'd
and
at
it's
least be
just
able to change him.
you're sure to watch sometime.
Yeah, I feel like for
Isn't
me,
there any way we can work together?
it's exhausting to watch
I can't cooperate with people who don't know what they want to do.
If I'm gonna play, because I'm saying this from like the pre-season, I was like, she's not my cup of tea. But if I
Thieves who
put
should be
myself
helping
in
the weak
her
are not
shoes,
helping their own team.
lives are gonna be way different. But if I put myself in her shoes, I can only imagine how exhausting it is to play this way.
I just want my father to attend to his crimes and help Mona-chan, who gave me a chance to do just that.
After these letters and
But aren't our objectives the same? It'd be better if we worked.
if you're able to win twice
No, thank you.
using this
I would do
exhaustive
this with
method,
Mona-chan and
should I be
him alone.
getting up and clapping for you, even though my whole thing is you don't own it, even though my whole thing is if you were a villain, I would respect this so much
You
more?
had quite a sore spot.
You do it, then I commend you, right? But I
You don't
don't
know
want
what
to
you
see it.
wanna do,
But if I see it, I
Seems
have to
getting
commend
her
it. So,
cooperation
I
won't be
don't know.
possible.
Again,
Let's
ultimately,
consult with the
everything
others on
everyone
our
said,
next
the fact that
move.
the postseason
Shouldn't
would
ignore
maybe
Morgana either.
far exceed anything that the whole season has given us. Maybe that's what I want. Ultimately, the jury has made it clear. I think everyone else has made it clear.
I'm home, Father.
The move is cut
Drive
Cody.
them
He's the
away.
bounty. Cut him. Get your check.
That's right.
That's how you're
Make
gonna
it a
win your
priority.
I love how she looks absolutely nothing like her father.
Finally get a freaking bit of politics and this happens.
What we know about Nicole is that she is the victim in all things. So whether she
Did the
wins
media
or
ask you
whether she
anything?
loses, she will come away
No,
from this
not at all.
season as the victim.
what's
She
this
still
about
has to go
Phantom
through the
Thieves?
fans were mean to me.
It seems
I
I'm
didn't get
ranked
good
first on the
edit.
forum
I
of these
should've
so-called
won.
Phantom
I won and I
Thieves.
didn't get enough credit. Like it's
Is it
gonna
because of the
that will
news
be a
coverage?
list of complaints
It's
that will,
jealousy of the
I think, be
successful.
very, you know,
Nothing
very
but the
fun
barks of the
social media
masses
for the
who lack
offseason.
the resolve to sacrifice what's needed for their
We are so, we're so
Both the young and the old are overjoyed with some foolish
idols.
idols. This
Still
country has
plenty
no
more to
future.
recap from tonight's episode. I want to take a moment and thank our sponsor for tonight's
And
episode
let's
of
fast forward
Profits
through this
Podcast.
shit.
Those are and Beachbody. Text
Are
RJ
you
quickly
still
what
having
your
doubts
body on demand. See that jury
importantly,
have their
I hope things are going
Zoom
well with that guy.
meeting. Amon, what'd you think of the Zoom roundtable?
Very
I
well.
mean, it was nice to see
He
all
may
the
not seem
faces
like it, but
again.
he's
I mean,
still
we
the
haven't
son of an
vacation
influential
week,
politician.
So I'm glad to know that she's
He'll
still
eventually
alive and
become a necessary connection for this company.
it was nice to see Kaser and Janelle,
I
obviously,
I will do the
Bailey,
best I can.
Nicole, and it was
Good.
great. I mean, I feel like they were
That's
just
how it
retreading a
ought to
lot of the
be.
same conversations that we've seen.
It looks like today for my YouTube channel is gonna be a pretty bad day.
It was nice. I mean, I
Looks
don't know
like
what this means.
views
Does this
have
mean that
really
we're
just
not gonna get a lot of
stabilized.
pre-jury content?
By the way, yesterday wasn't particularly great either for Monday. I don't know if I ever talked about that either, but my revenue significantly dropped too. CPM dropped.
To me, it wasn't
Um,
nice because like we didn't get anything out of them.
so,
Like
I don't know.
we was like them reading the phone book. Like this was terrible. Like we really got nothing out of them. It was the most antiseptic, boring recounting of what happened and how they're feeling. Because you know that in her heart of hearts, Janelle had some things to say about Nicole and Cody. You know she did.
I mean, oh
She cut it all
yeah,
out.
definitely. Yeah, well, definitely. But
What
I mean,
do you think was said?
just go to her Instagram.
Yeah. I know. What is she saying? I would have judged it felt a little bit too CBS, perfect for me. Like I wanted like to be like five friends sitting around a table, like okay, let's talk real about this season. Like what the heck happened? Yeah, like we're doing right now. Like it would have been so much more fun, but I felt like it was too scripted. I felt like it was like. They were like
Wait,
telling
what is that?
people, okay, talk about this now, say good things about Nicole, say bad things about Nicole, they're trying to make it as balanced as possible, when you know that these five people do not feel that way. You know they don't.
Under that contract, they will say Alex and Rodner said you will see
Okay,
whenever
whatever.
Yeah, this whole Zoom reunion to me was, hey, let's give the people that they've been craving this whole time. Let's shove them into.
No, I think it was, hey, we have nothing else to show, so let's put this as a segment.
That's how it played out to me, because ultimately it wasn't as much as I wanted. They knew exactly where to put it. Slotted in between the massive recap we got and right before this, in part one of HOH that we're going to drag out for like a 15 minutes. So it was the perfect spot to put it in. My biggest questions were, I couldn't tell if one of them was supposed to be hosting the shindig, because
I think Anthony was trying to
but
host.
then I felt Bailey kept asking the questions. I couldn't tell. I'm like, wait, Nicole, are you the host or is Bailey the host? Like, what's going which again, I wanted more of him, so I stay being sad that I don't see enough Case here, but that's just me and Terrence's problem at this point.
Wait, what'd you think of everybody's
Let's
Zoom
hear it.
setups?
It was okay, right? It was fine. Nothing really jumped out to me. I wasn't loving it. I did like Bailey, like clearly behind her. There's like this skyscraper scenario. I like that.
They were getting mileage out of those windows. Yeah.
I just thought that they all looked amazing. All of the makeup was Bailey, I think, is the most beautiful woman I've ever seen in my whole life. And I thought that they all looked great, and I thought their backgrounds were very representative of themselves. And it was nice to see them and give us something to talk about during the episode that was not Cody, Nicole, and Enzo, the great Cody, Nicole, and Enzo. So, yeah, that was my thoughts.
I do wish that they would have let off just a little bit more. Yeah. You know that the fans want it. You know there's obviously a storyline that you guys are interested in to a certain extent, so you might as well. I mean, it's not like Nicole can hear her.
You're going to apologize when Mona comes, all right?
So, like, the thing is, I feel like she did, right? It's not like she did. I know she did. They just edited it around that.
You
And I'm
need
like,
to be wary of
give
the
it to us. You know we want it. You know what we want. You know,
mistake
your ad was always like, you know you want to watch. You know I want to watch that. Give it to me. Yeah, the 30-second clip. Just give me it.
I mean,
Yeah. Let me
that
ask.
Actually, why are we doing this in
does she have a
Mementos?
Zoom background, or do you think she owns an
You guys are
extensive mask
seriously
collection?
slacking
She
off
owns
way too
us.
much.
She absolutely owns us.
Like, why aren't they trying to go to
Fulfilling the
whatever?
requests on the
It's a
Phantom Aficionado
collection. I don't
website?
know if it's like
You've been
an
reading
antique
comments?
collection or it's just like
Would it be best?
Yeah, like why aren't they going to the palace? But whatever.
Or she inherited them.
police would
I
track you
need
down
to
in no
know.
time. If that would have happened, we'd be
There's just
caught
so
up in a
many of them.
distraction.
Like, what's the
They
story?
were giving me very tribal council, like, hey, Jeff Probst, whenever you guys figure your stuff out, call me.
Oh, I forgot about that. Also, I guess they announced the premiere of the next season's Cluster, which is at the end of next month, which is really quick. I was not expecting it that quickly. That would be beginning of next year. So that's something I probably won't cover it on my YouTube channel,
But
but
I also did notice
sure.
that, and I wasn't quite sure if I could put my finger on what exactly it was. But compared to everyone else, it did seem different.
Seemed a little off. I don't know.
Yeah.
That just was jumping out at me. But yeah,
Really?
this was exciting to have them back. But you know, very kind of an empty segment.
You
Okay.
weren't taking your feelings
All
into
right.
consideration
Should we,
at all.
let me talk about part one of the HOH. Boy, Brett, what'd you think about a spooky graveyard? Boy, I mean, again, talk about putting lipstick on a pig. This was ridiculous. Like, okay, like, let me just, like, say, the comp is the comp that we've been expecting all year long. It's them on those freaking discs going around. That's all there is. But they put so much art direction into it that it was like a whole production with them, like, what about those floating ghost heads? Looks like right now. This was Among Us for a second. I was like, God damn. Oh,
This
fun if it was.
This was an all-timer for me. I cannot believe they got these grown people to put on that makeup and pretend to be zombies and like really get into it too. Like I'm like Enzo is over 40 years old and he's acting like a zombie for that CBS check, and I respect it.
No, but I thought that was really perfect for Enzo because his game has been Walking Dead since the triple eviction.
I love that one. I love that one.
The metaphor, yeah, like I said, then putting in, like zapping them in, you know, like magic style into the graves and then getting up and then, you know, like, oh wow, they're actually gonna go through with this, like they're gonna walk like zombies, like this is funny. And then like they get over to the
Just, I really don't remember this, just
they do
like,
something and I'm like, I know they're too close together. And then I realized what it was and I'm like, wait, like this is all there is? The same thing that you reused this like how many times? I remember
3 of them. I feel like this comp is used a lot, like when there's more people in
I
there.
thought it was gonna be like 9 or Final 9, Final 10 or something. This is like, I would have liked something more original, but whatever. It's a COVID season. It's fine.
My favorite part of this whole side, because obviously I feel like they're making up for the lack of like depth in these comps this season with the animated razzle dazzle. So let's edit in these ghosts, let's edit in them getting into the grave. My favorite part was the tombstones, and I want to talk about specifically Nicole's tombstone was the best one. It was a joke. It said the destination funeral was amazing. I appreciate that.
And her wedding.
Okay.
Yeah, I was like, okay, but no, the tombstones were great. I enjoyed them.
You gotta hear us out,
Ultimately, it's my
Morgana.
biggest takeaway from this
There's
comp.
nothing I have to
This
talk
is
to you
the
about.
funny, the stark contrast
There's
between
no need to
how
keep being so stubborn.
BBUS will set up their final
You can't
three
just give in
HOH
like
versus
this.
how
I have
Big
my
Brother
pride
Canada
to
will set up.
protect.
It's like a whole production over there. It's like, you
What's
know,
that
they
over
are
there?
shooting in widescreen, and there's effects, there's like
Everyone shoots in widescreen.
and over here it's just
What
like
do you mean they shoot in widescreen? Everything shoots in widescreen. That's fucking dumb.
Seems we've fallen for the
Did
oldest trick in the
your
book.
charmed heart feel a little fulfilled with the touches proof of it all, or was that
That was
the
fun.
Ended
Yeah,
this
that
race.
was
What do we
it.
do now?
Yeah, I mean, like, that was cool. Again, like, I liked
don't
all
hear
the
the sound
special
of his
effects and
engine
things
at
that they
all.
gave us. Like, I mean, it was a little, you know, hacky, but it was fun.
Her lack of vehicle puts us at a
Again,
severe
it was just the same old
disadvantage.
comp that I was expecting since the
Cuss,
beginning.
cuss,
So,
cuss, cuss.
I think that part really wasn't amazing to me. I just felt like it had even done all this art direction and all this interesting stuff and all this, like, theme. It would have been nice to have any interracial competition. But see, let me...
Serves them right.
This narrator also...
Are you sure that was what you wanted?
Maybe it was.
Of course it was.
Just to harken back to the B&B.
Also,
You need
did
me
you
look
notice
everywhere
that
for
the
you.
narrator, you rhymed, and then he like, it's like he got tired of rhyming. Like, then he just said,
What were you
"It's time
doing
for this to
somewhere
speed
without
up."
any
And I was
reception?
like, what? Are you rhyming?
Played with guys, that's it, isn't it?
The producers of
I would never do such a thing.
comedians, they are not.
Come on, let me have some fun too, will ya?
You know, the guy who always comes in old BD.
Can't you do that for me?
B&B, you'll understand. Like, that's a comedian that they hire to come in and do those
Let
skits.
go of
You know,
Harley.
like, these producers of movies are like the most obviously get some of these tombstones, like these comics, like they're not, you know.
But like, this wasn't that hard though. As a fan of
You
Charmed, like, it's
useless.
really not that hard to find a rhyming couplet.
Anyone.
Okay, it's not that
Is
hard.
anybody out there?
For like the first 2 or 3
Will you
bits,
shut up,
and
you
then after that,
stupid
they're like,
cat?
Exactly.
Damn that Morgana. He's so getting it the next time we run into him.
I mean, what can you expect, right? Like,
Was that
I'm
Mona's
sure
voice?
it's Julie Chen writing the
Hey, over there. That doesn't seem right to me.
Maybe, I mean, she was put all her energy into writing her
Please.
closing proverbs for the
Let
show.
go.
They couldn't do both.
Corazon.
Speaking of mailing it in, Booyah, what'd you think about Enzo's performance?
The hell are you doing to our friend?
Yeah.
Sorry about the disturbance. It's just a lover's quarrel with no set.
There's no way he's gonna get through this. Because, like, there's not
What?
one. So here's the thing.
But she's clearly fighting you.
Bumpy item, 2 bumpy items.
How
The move,
dare you make a
then you
fool
had
of me?
The haunted
I'll be
mansion
telling
in the
your
background.
father about
And
this
was
too.
just not Amazon. The discs
I
were
won't forget
significantly
your
tiny.
faces.
This was just gonna be a struggle for him from the jump. So the fact that he even got, what was it, about 17 minutes?
Are you okay?
Oh, is that what creates the deadline here? I really don't remember, to be honest. A lot of this.
If I did this competition, I'd probably last like a minute,
Was
maybe
that
2.
person
Like,
really your
like,
fiance?
if you got any weight on you whatsoever, you're gonna go down.
Oh, so
Unless
you're
you got, like,
engaged
arm
then?
strength like Cody has. And
That
someone
didn't
who's
seem like an
shaped like a
ordinary
pear. Like,
fight,
I don't think I do very
Shouldn't
good.
you talk to your
And,
parents about it?
God bless him, who lasted as long as he
I
did,
think it'd be
because,
useless.
wow, like,
I'll
I mean,
just be
17
told to
minutes
beg
on that
for his
freaking thing is a
forgiveness.
big deal. And those
Even if
discs
it
that
means
I
groveling on the
said
ground.
were tiny. And like, every time like you went over that moon, it did seem like it really like
It
it was
seems
so
she
hard
has
to
her
stay
reasons.
on the disc because like the moon would like it would catch
apologize
the
about what
ridge of
happened
the disc
earlier.
and like try to get you off the
So,
disc, which is what I think happened to them a few
would
times.
you let
God
Haru
bless
rest for a
Nicole.
while?
Well, I guess we'll talk about
Of course.
She was
We'll take her to your
phenomenal
place,
figure.
yeah?
I was wondering when somebody was gonna figure out like if you lean forward, like you can basically miss the moon and you're not spinning around as much. But Enzo, like 17 minutes, that was a victory in and of itself.
They really seem like they just wanted that comp to be over the producers because that comp, the obstacle that's in the way, is always has a little bit of give to it. Like you might smack into it, but it'll move with you. That move was
I'm sorry. I fell
hard.
sick.
Leave me alone.
Did you get enough rest?
Like, scrape your feet off of the disc. And also,
Mona-chan?
I would
Anyway,
do
it's
really
just as I
great
told you a
at this
moment ago.
comp run, but for a different
I
reason,
can't have you
because
guys risk your
so
lives
sick,
anymore
so
for someone
any
useless like
person,
me.
I
To
could
be
not
frank,
spin for 17
there's
minutes.
no assurance that I'll turn back into a human either.
There would be no way at all
This
that
can't
I
be
could
called
last
a
even like a
fair deal.
slow spin. I can't last on a
That's
swing,
why I
let
think we
alone
should
like
split
a
up.
spinning disc for 17 minutes. No way. That's
Who
not
said we're
happening.
acting as phantom thieves for your sake? I'm doing it to expand my own horizons.
No need to tiptoe around the situation.
Yeah, LaRue, he
We're
said that
splitting
he
up.
needed Cody to shoot himself a par 3. Look, I'm not a golfer. Does anybody understand what Enzo's trying to say
Stop
there?
lying. Do you remember what you said to me when I found you collapsed in the metaverse? That you're a phantom thief.
No.
That you're going to get stronger and have the others acknowledge you.
Part 3.
You love being here. Don't you?
Yeah, no, it's going like, yeah. Part 3. No, he shoot
course
himself
not.
to Part 3. Yes.
I was lying to myself too. But when I formed a contract with my persona, I understood it all. Doing this because my father is doing something horrible
We know how to use it.
was nothing but a superficial reason.
Yourself a par
The
3.
truth is,
That's pretty good.
I don't want to get married, right?
I think that you did
I thought that since an adult with responsibilities makes decisions, it couldn't be wrong. I was such a fool, tied down by vague notions, and stayed quiet as my marriage partner was chosen.
Yeah.
But I won't tolerate this anymore.
Shoot someone part 3.
I can't stand that creep.
Did you catch at the end of the show that Cody talking about his problem was that he
That's how I
kept
truly
hitting his
feel.
butt on the moon?
Why are you looking at me all of a sudden?
I missed that. I must have like blacked
Hana-chan,
out for the
why is it that you always talked about becoming human again?
Like I said, it's hard.
Which movie?
Yes. At first, I only thought of this team as a temporary dwelling until I regained my memories. But I wasn't making any progress on finding out what I am or why I was born.
It just didn't. Okay.
Morgana,
We know, honey. We know.
I wanted a reason of my own.
It was
A
Nicole.
reason to stay with the Phantom Thieves.
Yes.
I don't have anyone I want to save or get
You know what?
revenge on.
God bless her. You know what?
Someone
I
like
it
me
the
has
fact
no
that,
reason to stay
I'm
here.
gonna keep it Italian for a second. I like it.
That's
I
why.
like the fact that Enzo and
This
Cody
team
were annoyed
is-
that Nicole won. I know Cody's really annoyed because he
Come
knows
on,
that Nicole
say
was
it.
gonna take him to the end.
You
But
can
Cody's
do
gonna
it.
be nervous that, like, again, if these people were thinking with their heads on straight,
It's
they would.
the only place I can belong. I want to stay here forever.
Like, if I'm
That
Cody,
was refreshingly
I have
honest.
to win the final part 3. Like,
You
I have to
should've
get
just
to the
said
end.
so from the
fact that he lost
start.
part 1,
Jeez.
then he's only got one shot. He's
If
gotta
you
beat
stick
Enzo
with
in part
me,
2 in order
there's no
to just
telling
have
what
a
kind of
shot
trouble
to
will
win
come up.
part
You
3.
better be sure
And
about
not that
this.
He's gotta be nervous sitting there
It's a
in
little
those
late for all that,
nomination
don't you
chairs
think?
and
Of course we
watching
wanna stay
someone
with you
have judgment
too.
on whether or not he gets to the end or not. That's gotta be terrifying for him to play the game
so,
this perfect and then
well,
lose all ability to control everything
I'm
like that.
sorry I worried you guys.
Yeah.
This is where I belong.
The whole thing is.
My mind's all set. I'll make sure to work hard to pay my
Especially
dues.
when you're so close to the finish line.
It's too late to cancel our deal, got it?
We'll see if his power generator comes back on. Maybe not.
Yeah, 88 minutes. Has it been 88
We're
minutes yet?
reforming our give and take deal.
We're nice for it. Shot himself a par 3, but it's
Probably
okay.
laughed at my joke. I knew that something was wrong.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. That's fine.
With Cody, you know, even at the worst case,
in
it's
the
like
end,
when he's facing Enzo, so it's kind of like playing bowling with the sides up. So it's not gonna like you're not gonna get a gutter ball here.
Oh,
You're
crap,
okay,
the last
but
train's
that
coming up.
5% worry that'll come in for him is not a great position for him.
I must go as well.
I think he thought he had
Let's
part
continue
1.
this another
Nicole
time.
had said, I will give you part 1. All the signs led to him winning part 1.
Stay at our
was
place.
probably
I'll
stunned at
arrange
least
it.
a little bit.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, like, well, listen, I was thinking
See you
when
all
this
tomorrow.
happened, I was like, damn, I never anticipated that Nicole might win part 1. Like, I
I'm
always
gonna
thought, like,
sleep.
Cody would win part
I'm
1. Because I remember
exhausted.
Enzo did really good in the endurance competition on his original season. Like, he was up there on those things with Hayden and
This
Lane for a
place is as
while,
drab
right?
as
On the
always.
lines. So I was like, it could be either one of them. I never really anticipated Nicole winning. So then Nicole winning, I'm starting to think ahead. Like, okay, Nicole won part 1. If Enzo wins part 2, then, like, they start talking to each other. Then maybe we're
What?
in business because who knows what the hell like they're gonna do if Cody's not even in the
You know.
equation for winning part 3.
You know.
But we don't know the results of part 2.
That's right.
I just can't imagine like being Cody, like being a grown person and being like, okay, fine, I'll put on this makeup and do this zombie thing because I'm gonna win, and then not winning and being like, I just made such a fool of myself and I didn't even win.
Right?
Yeah, and like ultimately, here's the thing I will say about Nicole. She wins it. She fully embraces that victory. She jumps into this green goat, the snow angel. I appreciate the passion she has for this game, even if I don't appreciate the route she takes to get to that passion, whatever. But I did enjoy seeing that bit, and I feel like we wouldn't have seen that from a Cody. We wouldn't have seen that from a Enzo. So at least that's a good thing to see. Oh, we have Rob back. Rob, how you holding up?
Yeah.
He is risen.
Can you hear me? Yes. Yeah. I think that at my list of problems that I think that the internet has now gone out at my house. God. This is like Chevy Chase and Christmas Vacation. I'm trying, but somebody does not want me to shoot a part 3 tonight.
You don't want to go home either, you
Ghosts are
know.
not on your side, Rob.
But yeah, please, Booyah, can you continue? I'll hang in there, but please continue.
So,
You got it. I mean, ultimately, we just talked about Nicole's whole celebration at the very end, getting into the green
Actually, I
room,
want to let the
doing
celebration.
herself a snow angel, and then that's kind of where they
Let's
left
see the
us
video
with,
version of this.
A few issues that
Ah,
I'm
fuck
always
off,
talking
Ghost,
about
Trump
is
ad.
rebuilding our military. I've done that $2.5 trillion.
Sure. Yeah, I didn't even realize that. Yeah, so Rob disappeared for like.
The matter's been settled. You'll be welcomed into his household.
Coming live from my apartment in the
You
dark,
won't officially
I...
be registered yet,
That's gotta
but
be
isn't that
terrifying
how
for him
things
to
are
play the
with
game
young
this
people these
perfect
days?
and then
Go
lose
prove
all
your
ability to
sincerity
control
to
everything
them.
like that.
You can do that, can't you?
Yeah, I honestly, yeah, and I think the whole thing is having it be in a position where your back's against the wall, never good, especially when you're so close to the finish line. And we lost Rob for a second. We'll see if his power generator comes back on. Maybe not.
He had 88 minutes. Has it been 88 minutes yet?
Been 58. We're 30 short. Shot himself a par 3, but it's
Rob
okay.
was laughing at my joke. I knew that something was wrong.
Don't cause any more trouble.
I'm trying, but somebody does not want me to shoot a part 3
I mean, it
tonight.
looks like he does stay on for.
Survivor feed for Black Voices of Survivor.
hello?
Yeah, he gets
I need to
internet
discuss
back
something
then.
with everyone.
and sent me some help.
Yeah.
But I just imagine that
I just wanted to see how the.
Thing will go down there, and then she hits us with the line. She's been doing this all season, leaving us with a line, and I didn't quite get it at first. Brent, be still and exercise peace. Is this is she portmanteauing 2 different sayings into one, or is this an actual thing that is said?
I missed it. Like I have to remember from now on to stay tuned in until 8:59. Because usually at 8:55, I'm gone, ready to get upstairs and do my hair for the show or something. But I didn't realize she did it. But God bless her, she's trying she's trying a new riff. That's what she's doing. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
I think it is some sort of biblical reference because I feel like I remember reading that in the Bible at some point, peace be still or something like that. I don't know, but whatever floats.
You don't know.
my parents don't watch Big Brother, and during quarantine, I
October
I just want to see something.
That means our deadline is the 10th.
But if we trigger a change of heart in your father, he'll definitely be taken by the police. The label of a criminal's daughter will forever stick with you. Your current living situation may change as well.
If I accept a happiness based on the misfortune of others, I'll be no better than my father. And to be honest, I've actually left a request on the Phantom Aficionado website before. She did so around the time we were mulling over who to target next. But the Phantom Thieves didn't make a move. That's when I met Mona-chan. I thought it was fate. I made my decision then. If the Phantom Thieves wouldn't act, I'd do it myself.
The mental shutdowns, treasure, and finally, the change of heart. Our interests have come together.
Would you cooperate with us now? Of course. I should be the one cordially asking to be allowed on the team. From here on, we may be going up against the culprit behind those mental shutdown occurrences. This will be different from our training in Mementos. You better brace yourselves.
You're suddenly lecturing us?
You're too naive. Haru's barely a hair better than an amateur. She's awakened to her powers, but it's weak. Even her persona's lacking a solid form at the moment. Weak? Really? She can transform at the very least, but to be frank, she may slow us down. A lot. I'm sorry for causing such trouble.
Nah, don't worry about it. It's actually convenient for us to target that CEO. Check out this news blog.
There's a lot of negative comments in regard to the Phantom Thieves. The names of obvious criminals have come up, so why haven't the Phantom Thieves acted yet? The way they're getting heated is on a different level. Don't forget about the intel on the mental shutdown cases, all right?
Of course. We'll get them both.
October, 10th, was it? We're gonna change Okumura's heart by then. I can't forgive them.
Okay. So... I guess we'll end here. Oh my god, are they all LeBlanc now? Almost all of them. We'll end here. Next episode we will continue on.
Back at my parents' house for
As well listen to this.
watching Big Brother 3 for the first
So,
time
for now,
in
thank you
preparation
for
for the
watching.
season because I thought Danielle Ray is